Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Wilhelm Startin. Tonight we are back with more Final Fantasy XVI. Give me a moment while I post the notification, and we will get this train a-rolling. And that should do it. Alright, load game. Riddle of the Sands. Make for Drake's Fang.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Oh, shit. Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
Yeah, no wonder.
Not by force.
I mean, we did
trust.
cut his hands
We've
off.
attracted quite enough unwanted attention.
I would imagine he's not going to be wanting visitors for a while. Not to mention he's kind of starting to go off the deep end, quite frankly.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Pretty great, though, that Cid would always align himself with, well, with with the local leadership. Especially ones that are successful because they have their community's needs in mind.
Anything I can help you with, travelers? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
Looks like we won't be getting back to this.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
Welcome
One more
in.
question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Oh, that's easy.
How are you
Briar's
doing tonight?
Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Love me some comfort food.
Nice, nice. What are you eating? And welcome in, Ravu. How are you doing tonight?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Sorry for
Then
all
you should
the
ask Phil.
creaking.
He's been here
Still
for
getting
years.
used to my current
Knows the place and its
arrangement.
people like the back of his hand.
Had to move some stuff
And
around
he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths.
to
Chicken
accomplish.
Alfredo from Domino's.
Oh,
you
chicken
kindly.
Alfredo pizza? Huh. I haven't had that in a while. It's really great with stuffed crust.
Well, it sounds like we have our man.
No.
Oh, wait, no. Domino's doesn't do stuffed crust. That was Papa
not
John's.
the pizza.
Not the pizza. Oh, okay.
They legit just have the pasta.
Oh, right. I forgot Domino's. Sorry, I forgot they're doing that now. Oh, sorry. Throat's a bit dry.
Hanging lanterns! Keep the darkness from
Just look at the detail.
Excuse me. Are you Furda?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so.
Also, we
We've
got
lived
an
here for
ad
some
break in
time,
about
is that
3
correct?
minutes. Heads up.
Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the desert hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Oh,
I see the people in the VC, but I do not hear the people in the VC on stream.
it's a separate chat. I created a separate channel so I'm not interfering with somebody else's stream. Or vice versa. So it should be BS Voice 1. This is in the middle of her stream. Oh boy.
That makes sense.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
Oh boy.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in
Yeah,
our
I
business.
see it now. My dumbus forgot I had the tab collapsed.
Well, I also only just made it, so. Oh, come on, it's like y'all aren't even trying. Guess I gotta bring the dog in. That'll light a fire under your ass. Or not, sadly. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Guys, I really gotta get around to watching JoJo. Seriously. That's because that immediately comes to mind when I use that. It's just fun. Not to mention the number of bullshit things you can do with a time stop. No wonder he gets so cocky. Then again, he's cocky by default. I'll take fatal flaws for 1,000, Alex. Rest in peace, Trebek. We miss you. Well, I haven't watched Jeopardy like a fresh episode since before he passed.
Who are you working for?
Jeez.
Him or her?
So I can't personally say
The boss. He wanted us to test you.
which of the guest
Though one
hosts
could
I like
hardly
more.
call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. The most fragrant herbs and
My
spices.
carpets.
Is this the place?
Ubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing.
He's not wrong.
And nothing
If
is
people don't
exactly
trust
what
what
you
you're
have.
selling, you ain't gonna
And
sell
so for
shit.
you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street.
Should probably take some
I'm a busy
WD-40
man, as
to
you can
the
see.
chair or something.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way.
Someone else? Where?
Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
You sneaky little
Or
bastard.
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. You're speaking of what I want.
The shade.
I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have...
Like, the way that he just low-key just took a shot at Byron.
done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies.
Oh.
A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ooh.
It will be
Thanks
easy.
for the sub, Chaos.
Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's
A resub,
play.
no less.
Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Nice.
I thought we were
That
the
said,
only
you need
ones
to take a
causing
quick
trouble in
AFK
Dalamil.
break. I will be back shortly. Alright, and we're back. Let's take a look at abilities. What do I have enough for? Well, we got enough to upgrade Lightning Rod. Next, we'll be upgrading Raging Fists. As I said, we're almost up to the point in the story with an AP farm. We still got a little ways to go, but just a reminder that once we do get there, then we will be going on a mid-season break for Final Fantasy XVI specifically.
Do you have a moment?
So I can use that farm to max out all my abilities before the next.
Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so?
Also, sorry if I sound a little groggy.
Thank you.
I'm still coming down from a migraine. But the show must go on, so...
Don't let me keep you from your work any longer.
A deposit?
Needed to a silken soft.
You wouldn't believe how much.
I don't know if you hear the thumping.
Well, I hope
The
you get
dogs
as
are
good as you
barking at
got.
the TV, and my ma is stomping her foot to try to get them to shut up. Because yeah, newer models of TVs, the refresh rate is such that that dogs can actually see what's on screen, and it's a cop show, and so they see people with guns and they start barking.
What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not
Also,
a
the
soldier.
fact that the characters are moving
Be off
aggressively
with you.
certainly
I serve
doesn't
the men
help.
of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking, with pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off. Do you think they'll be back soon?
All right.
If they pay anything like last time, you'll be able to buy a whole new wardrobe.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be transported.
And there's another one up this way. Here we go.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few moons. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them, they aren't sharing.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. Now.
Why's the tavern shut?
It's you, the one who broke all our furniture. What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal. Have you seen him?
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you. I'll go and fetch him.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Also, once again, let's just take a moment to appreciate how normal sounding of a name Clive has compared to other Final Fantasy protagonists. It's either a non-proper noun as a name, Cloud, Squall, or an intentional mispronunciation of a standard name, Cecil.
Care care to explain why you're giving gifts to
or just a completely made up name like Zidane? Just for a few examples.
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've...
Or, in the case of Final Fantasy 15, pretentious Latin, Noctis Lucis Caelum. So, yeah, Clive is kind of a breath of fresh air by comparison.
Snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course.
Even if it is a somewhat uncommon name.
But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face.
No, I think he was just waiting
I arranged
for
to meet with the
us to
soldiers
come
in a
along.
secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying
Hit the
eyes.
Men of the Rock's teeth in
Perfect
for him.
place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can
Which
count on your...
just goes to show that this hare in question has learned to be patient.
What? If things turn sour?
Of course.
Let me treat you.
Damn.
Pretty flush these days.
How are you now?
Let me go down this way. Should have just fast traveled right there. Too late now.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Also, for those in Startin Clan, I've got a poll up, planning on doing a midnight launch stream for Spider-Man 2. So, those of you that want in VC, be sure to check out that poll.
I'll take it from here.
That's a lot of crystals.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And
Oh,
we
boy.
have no more
Royalist.
jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course.
Oh boy.
Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the
You
Mother Crystal's
scum.
bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them.
You only just figured that out. You know what? Normally I say this for war criminals, but y'all are stealing from y'all are stealing from commoners. Yeah, no. Fuck all of y'all.
It's not over yet, Uncle.
I'm just getting warmed up.
Yeah. And down goes the squishy wizard.
Too slow. Stay down. You're finished.
Sucker. Ooh.
Help me, boy.
Ow. Oh, okay. Nothing personal, sir.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is.
Any government official
had scarcely any means of address.
Any government official that embezzles from the people does not deserve their job. Had they a system of accountability, it wouldn't have come to this.
Against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that
But the
is.
Dalmakian government is full of so many self-interested bureaucrats, there's no chance of it.
Well,
so the men of the
we'd better
Rock
get
do
these
as they
crystals
please.
Back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch
And
a
steal
wagon.
from the people they were sworn to protect. They may not be war criminals per se, but they're still just as bad. Hence, body
It
cam
occurs to me
disabled.
that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. Those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Cheeky fucker.
Here, wear this.
Got another one, the Desert Rose.
Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umialos delan. Tuisa Achilles.
Which loosely translates to, "My will is now thy burden, ne'er cleft our bond shall be."
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive.
Huh.
So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
This is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Booyah. And we've got some side quests to check up on. Also, not sure I'll be able to get all the way through Drake's Fang in one go tonight.
Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Because the boss fight at the end is rather long.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to mean.
Hold on a sec, I gotta do something. I gotta AFK for a little bit. Be back shortly. All right, I'm back, and I brought friends. Say hi, guys.
Yay. Hello, everybody. It's your co-host, Boss Hunter, here with very special guest, Raul the Bat, who does plan to join in this madness eventually. Eventually.
This madness being the
Probably
VTuber
not
scene.
in the next 2 months, judging from the fact that my PC just became a fire hazard.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, speaking of which...
Gentlemen, please do make sure to consider, like, giving him a follow. If nothing else, just to bully him.
Also, just a reminder that my first few streams of 2024 with my new PC are gonna be JFF streams, just for fun, VOD optional, while I get the hang of streaming off a PC. And then once I've got that down, I'm going to start streaming Switch games, which means I am going to be even more savagely comparing Final Fantasy 16 to Xenoblade, because Xenogears 2 died so Spirits Within could live. I am not letting you live this down, Square. Anyway,
You have any idea what he's on about, do
we
you?
got to help this apprentice Smith.
Not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or pack my bags.
Oh, don't worry, dude. You'll pass your exam.
I know how busy the brass kiss
We'll
has
make
been,
sure of it.
and that Lubor needs all the
Isn't that right,
capable hands
guys?
he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we
Cat,
start?
get off of the keyboard.
If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's
Come
this
here, girl.
little riddle
Over
to keep
here.
in
You just
mind,
get off the keyboard.
the
That's all.
spirit of
I really do need to
Dalrymple.
get a kill switch.
Nothing is ever simple with that man.
Come on, girl.
The way I see it, there's only
Yeah.
one way we'll be
Hi.
solving Lubor's puzzle.
Kitty, kitty, kitty.
We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point
Yeah, I
fumbling in the
really
dark,
need
I
to take that can of
suppose.
WD-40 to this
Now,
chair.
who to speak to
Squeaking an
first?
awful lot.
But there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. Right. I think we have a plan. Let's get to it, shall we? I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone
Yeah.
says something useful.
But at the same time,
It'd probably stain the walls and shit. If you were to fumigate with it. And it would also ruin the carpeting, I'm sure. In short, would not advise. Yup.
The finest fabric.
It made the walls and carpet sticky. Yeah, that'd make most people nope the fuck out.
All those
Nope.
years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
Nope,
Baths are
nope,
closed.
nope.
Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what
Yeah,
I need.
it's like you're it's almost like if you were renovating and you suddenly found a body in the wall. It's like, nope. What's up?
reverse renovating. Where you just take everything apart and don't put it back up.
Yeah, basically, it's like, yep, nope.
Everything.
Yep, it's like,
Break the walls.
it's like, nope, 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 nope.
Restoration looks good to keep walking for the rest
But
of
seriously though, so possible trigger warning. Like, they have actually had cases where people were found in the walls because they slipped and fell in a hole and stayed there for decades, and nobody could hear them scream. That's a bad. That's a no. I think like they were the way that they fell in. Ugh, that's a bad way to go. That's a really bad way to go.
Consider this, because enough desperation gives you superpowers.
Oh yeah, hysterical strength. That's what it's called.
Services be for hire?
Yeah, so...
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't
Put a whole lot of broken bones. Like, everybody would be crumpled in a heap on the floor within 5 minutes if they could use that nonstop.
That is
Some
not supposed to be used non-stop.
Exactly.
The only reason it is supposed to be used in hysterics is because your body gives everything a shot of either calcium or some sort of super strength serum.
Yeah, like it's basically an emergency boost. Emphasis on emergency. It's like if I don't do this, either me or someone I care about is about to die.
No, I know that. What I'm wondering is what would happen if our society as a whole was, like, adapted to having hysterical strength.
Oh, in other words, like if that level of strength was just normal.
Yes.
Okay, well, then, well, let's be honest, society would simply adapt to accommodate everybody having that level of strength and reflex and everything. But I mean, like that's something.
With a lot of, like, broken doorknobs.
Right.
Investigate the fear of my customers, thinking I've abandoned the place.
And this is the kind of stuff that would be great for JFS streams too.
I beg of you, go to Doznov Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
I am concerned about you, Stark.
What?
Right. I'll go and take a look.
Well, like it's an opportunity to go way off the rails.
Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulfur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Oof, debtor's prison. Yeah, there's a reason that those are outlawed. That those are outlawed in several places here. Like I think, like nationwide here in the U.S., debtor's prison's illegal. If I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that.
To a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Oh, we got a butcher. Look, okay, why they call them that? Whatever.
Welcome, sir. What can I do you
Just
for?
a butcher.
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
That term, flesher. I mean, it's just like how.
I am a flesher.
It's just like how physiker just means doctor. Just for example.
Something, I suppose.
You've got the context that she works with meat, so.
First and foremost, it's
butcher.
got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp.
You know what? I've been thinking.
Makes sense.
Oh no.
A woman that is butch is basically just a werewolf lady. Think about it for a second.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Yeah, the most fragrant herbs.
Well, y'all already know my preferences.
Made from the stoutest stoneware, silver platters.
She's not butch. She's
They've opened the gate.
butch squared.
Lubor was true to his word.
I don't even know.
Oh, there's another one I gotta find in there.
Wait a minute. If we equate a werewolf with being butch,
Being a tomboy.
technically mean that he mows the bush.
Needed to a silken soft.
I'd say there's a non-total overlap.
Men of the rock were carting off our crystals for themselves.
Would certainly explain why we haven't been getting our fair share of it.
Where the hell is the other one?
Four-way stop in the middle of nowhere.
Nope. Somebody else whose job requires they use a knife. I'm guessing. Oh, I think I remember this one. Let's see. No, like somebody that would have need of a knife. There's another that comes to mind. I just gotta find them. Ah, here we go. Here we go. A hunter.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter? Why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good
Okay, boss hunter. Okay, boss hunter. What makes a good carving knife?
You use one out in the field.
That depends on the monster, Eugenius.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Don't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
Good business, eh? Not after my own heart.
But it basically needs to be. It basically needs to be able to take punishment, essentially.
Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Well, we can make our way back to
That's going to be able to. That's going to be able to cut through the animal's pelt. Yeah. Especially if, say, you're going after something like a honey badger. There's a reason honey badger don't give a fuck. Their pelts are tough enough. Cat knocked my glasses case down again.
That's why you don't bring like a knife or a dagger. You bring an axe to that thing.
You bring a club. You bring a club.
No, because then that'll make it pushy, that'll make it inside to push, and that'll ruin everything you're trying to hunt.
Ah, fair enough.
What you want is something sharp with weight.
Yeah, so like you said, an axe. Just.
Are you really that surprised that she knocked your glasses case down?
No, not in the slightest, Chaos. Not in the slightest.
Briggs, fresh from the capital.
Is it true what I'm hearing? So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy, and they do shoulder.
Oh.
So we're no better off than when we started.
Thanks for the redeem. Chaos. Just noticed it.
That can't be right. I've banded enough words with the man to know that he chooses them
Alright,
carefully.
and let's log through that one.
No.
Crap.
We must be missing something.
Because of the groaning
most likely.
and
No,
moaning.
you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Shoot.
Agreed. Uber wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light.
Alright, I'll talk to you
Meaning
later.
Someone is going to be disappointed.
Bye.
Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
Alright, good night.
The other apprentice is no better than to help me with my test.
Good night, boss hunter.
But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy.
Hi, kitty.
I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Hi. Hi, kitty, kitty. I'm working, knucklehead. No. Where? Oh. There she is.
Yeah.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash? Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low-quality iron.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmiths to know how it works.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me, but...
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you now.
Time to source some materials, then.
I want to know if this is the answer to Lubor's little riddle.
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces. The place is bloody made of it.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
We were going there anyway.
I'll see you shortly.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabric.
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't chip, won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Sweet incense, wax candle.
Are you looking for something in particular? Here you are. Fare you well.
We should get going soon.
What do you want? Directions? Either take this road to the Fang, or piss off back the way you came.
Rude.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
So long as you have a plan.
Noisy dog.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Spraying lime.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
Come on, girl. The gate's open now. We can press on.
Get that damned wagon fixed! Unless you'd rather our men in Dalamil's.
Activate the fast travel point up ahead. On second thought, we'll take those out first, then do that. Those knob terraces.
By the flames. That explains the heat.
Oh! Oh, shoot.
Pan. I'm hurt, Torgal. Too slow. Nice try.
Ow.
Nice try. Too slow. Nice try.
Ah, wait.
Too slow.
Go. Oh, shit. Well, that one was a bit anticlimactic. Oh well.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling. Guess we're all ready.
Should've known that wouldn't work. Then again, I only stood it for a few seconds.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Yup.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle.
But, like a true tactician, you did what you could to help your people from the shadows. Whatever public face you were putting on, I hope they know that you were taking care of them behind the enemy's back.
Please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins.
Yeah.
Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
Ah, such a good boy. Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Not yet, we're not. We've got side quests to wrap up, and again, because of the sheer length of that action stage and boss fight,
This is no good.
no.
I was hoping to get out
We'll
of
be
the
raiding
heat for a
early.
little while.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need,
Speaking of which, I've got
but I hope
prep
this is
it.
enough.
Spring lime, a brittle white stone that grows in the restorative hot springs near Dalamil. When dried and milled into a fine powder, it can be added to molten iron to purge the metal of impurities.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching, that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And
Damn,
just
doesn't
as
look like
well.
anybody
I
in
was
the
getting
squad is
tired of
on tonight.
waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things
I guess
first,
it means that
Sava,
Chaos'
do you
stream is
think
already
this is
over.
a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalamil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it certainly shows initiative. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand a heavy purse.
And who would be able to pay that? Hmm? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava: know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
Oh, wow.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather.
As tough as Titan, you say? As tough as Titan, you say? Well, his current dominant was too stupid to wear actual fucking gauntlets, so...
And for the nobleman, I'd make it
not
cost
so tough
an
now.
Absolute fortune.
He used to be threatening. He used to be imposing. But after Cloud was done, after Clive was done with him, he's quite armless now, I assure you.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or
clever
much at all.
Bastard.
Meaning, I had you run around for no good reason.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters. You'll have a forge of your own in no time.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest carving knife you have ever seen.
Nice. Quest complete. Hi, kitty. Aww. And this one.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the rock were carting off our crystals for themselves?
The finest fabric.
The most fragrant herbs and fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Made from the stoutest. There he is. The man who saved my... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.
All right. Breath of the Inferno, Ignition, and, ooh, Scarletite. Nice. There we go. Drop down to the jaw, and it doesn't look like anybody in the squad is streaming right now, so we won't be raiding. We'll be cutting it here. But until next time, this is the Wilhelm Starton, signing off. I'll see you guys Wednesday for some more Spider-Man. Good night, everybody.